video number. So this is the part where I teach you how to do backgrounds in Construct 3. And so I'm just going to quickly share a screen here. And in that search bar, I'm just going to go Construct 3. So basically what I've been doing is you sort of have to save a file every time. So you're saving different versions of your game all the time. For example, when I go into File right here, File, I'm in Downloads, you'll see some different versions of games here. But I know that I'm doing different stuff with my 9s than with you guys, and I know this is the last one. So I basically, that was the previous one. This is the one we did last. So you basically want to use the last one that you did, and we're saving a new version every single time. We go back to layout just to remember what we did. We have animations in, we did some block design. You might have to modify some of your blocks because those are not full. Take those down. And basically what we're going to do today is we're going to do backgrounds. Make sure all my blocks are adjusted. Yeah, those are looking good. Okay. So as soon as you click on the layout and you sort of have it highlighted, you can double click and then that'll be your background layer. But the problem is if I clear data and let's just say I go whatever I want to do within this block. Let's just say I do that. Now I have a repeating block throughout the whole screen, right? And I don't really want that. So, but if I do click on that background, then all of the properties come up, like for every object. And I can see that right here, the size of the background is 1280 by 1024. So that will be the total size of your layout. So if I resize, I want to go 1280 wide by 1024 high. And you can see that makes it a lot bigger. And you basically have that as your whole background now. So if I clear data on that, and then basically what you want to do is you want to size up the brush. So let's just say 500 makes it pretty big. If I set hardness to 0, it gives it a soft edge, and you can play around with opacity too if you're shading on top of things. I'll just give you a quick example. So city backgrounds are really easy to do with this program. Back to brush. You can see I have a lighter brush right there. And then I'm going to take it even lighter. Go down in the layer. So I'm basically doing single clicks. Sometimes this will double click and it doesn't give you, yeah, just double click right there and give you a hard edge. You just Control Z that, Control Z. And then basically doing single clicks to shade. An example city background is if I go to this block tool right here and I switch this down to black or whatever, I could do it to like a gray color. And then with a block tool, you can put in a city background and it's going to look something like that. And then what you would do is go to like a lighter color. Ooh, those are my window colors. Yeah, and you can put in windows after that. So you could do that. You could make a city background for it. What I want to do for Moon Boy is to make it look like a cave. So I'll show you basically the airbrushing I'm going to do. I think we were working in like green blues. Somewhere here maybe. Okay, let's just say I do that. Okay. So I might just go to black right here. No. want to go actually to light, lighter to darker. So if I put this in for my background, that's what I have right there. And then what I want to do is draw a cave in. So I'm going to darken it. Should that be darker? Yeah, maybe it should be darker. I'll go to a paint bucket tool there, make it a bit darker. And then I'm going to do a little bit lighter, and I'll do some, not too much lighter, some fills inside, just to make it sort of have like a dreamy appearance in the background. I'm going to go much darker, go to a line tool, and take this thickness up to 10 so I can see what I'm doing. And then I got these stalactites that I'm going to draw. This is really quick and dirty. Of course, you guys want to spend more time on your stuff than I do on demos. One, I've done a ton of demos, and two, I always try to speed so that I save time, right, for you guys when you're watching videos. So what I did is I just filled in those points there. I'm not going to work my other ones. I guess not. We can take hardness up, that down to 30 maybe. You can get in a little brush. Go crazy right here. Again, this is not perfect. I would be doing this a lot better. It was not a demo game. Hopefully you guys have been pretty good following along so far and seeing a fair amount of comments on the chat. Ooh. That does not look like the stalactite on the top there, or do these? Oh well. It's just a lumpy cave, right? And then I'm going to put a little bit of a fade on that. I'll bring that color up a little bit. Hardness back down to 0, brush back up to 500. I want to put a light fade or a dark fade. Mid fade. I can sample off the background and see what color that is. Go back to my brush. I just want to sort of I don't know how good that is. I want to sort of lighten this up a little bit and shade it around. Like that one in the corner. A little bit. So anytime you're doing colors in a video game, you just want them to be variations of each other. And now I sort of have like, I don't know what I have, honestly. I think I've done better caves. I forget my cave technique. So if I just close that, then I'll get it as an all over design, right? And the nice thing when you test your game is that this background will scroll at a different rate than the front background. So it sort of gives it a little bit of depth. If this looked more like a cave, it would look a lot cooler, but you know, it is what it is. And so this is the point you should be at, okay? You have designs on all your blocks. You have character animation, you have a walk state, you have code in, so the character looks like he's walking. And then this step is just putting in the background. So take your time with the background. Consider the fact that you can brush in like a sunset or a nice sky. Like a lot of that big airbrush is really what you want to use with hardness set to 0. And brush in a nice smooth background, and then you can put some foreground details like buildings, trees, cave, whatever it is, but you want to do crisp details in the foreground. Okay, so it's sort of a short one for today.